I figure I'll either kill the virus or destroy this little candle thing. Either way, it's kind of a win for me. Wow, I accomplished neither of those things. That was annoying. Onward!
I feel like I've used a skull background before. Or, I guess some later games. I feel like I've seen that before.
I think, actually, like, World 3 uses it, something very similar to it in, later games. I want to say 3, but I could be dead wrong. Yay. Still have to approach it from the outside. I was better off staying at home.
But think about it this way, huh? You now have her access.
That's true, and I did need that. So I guess I had to come this way on a regardless basis. But I have to access it from the net proper. I was thinking, like, could I go back and just do it again? It's like, no, that's not going to work. That is one of those things that remains a bit on the frustratingly consistent side throughout the series, so I can't even hold Battle Network 1 exclusively at fault for it.
I'm so glad they got rid of the entire access code thing. Like, the way it is in the...
Well, I mean, they still have it, but they greatly strip down how much you're dependent on it. In fact, I believe the /Miu code is actually not far from Sal's computer. I went there earlier when I was just kind of touring the net.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Okay, since we've already kind of started broaching that topic, everyone in the comments section, who is your Battle Network waifu? If you don't have one and you're just, experiencing the series for the first time, I understand, but we're nearing the end of the first game, so you guys can go ahead and pick a waifu for this game. Now, I'd be curious to see who's the most popular.
I'll go. I mean, she's not till 3.
I was going to say, she's not in Battle Network 1.
Okay, if I have to pick someone from this game?
Yes.
I'd have to probably say Miss Yuri.
That's a good choice. It's Snek. Who is he talking? You'll see. We're actually about to meet her.
Didn't you already beat her? Dun-dun-dun!
No,
Actually,
we're
no.
going to meet her soon. Then I get to tell you guys something else stupid the anime did.
Oh boy, oh boy!
I'm glad you're willing to humor me and be my hype man for this.
What I do? Oh boy, oh boy!
Man, you're not super helpful. I know /Miu is close to here, though. He's coming from Sal. I'm trying to, mentally retrace my steps from earlier, but it's still a matter of... This net layout is terrible. Unambiguously the worst.
Ass, as a certain AVGN would say.
Indeed. Precisely so.
Man, he really wanted to hit that one mess hard down to the bottom.
He really did. Really had a thing against him. That's my dad's computer, and over there leads to the undernet. Not the portion of the internet we need, no. We need a very particular area in the internet.
I'm so glad that they changed this.
They greatly improved upon the designs in 2 and 3. And even in 4, where they made the walkways just bigger.
I don't really like how they changed the layout of... For those of you who are not aware, basically 1, 2, and 3, the layout of the town remains the same, and even the net, to a certain extent, in terms of the actual layout, is more or less the same. Granted, in 2 and 3, it's a lot less just samey, which is kind of the problem here.
Yeah. So it's like, go to Dentown on the net. Well, how do I know when I've left AC/DC and entered Dentown proper? You don't, essentially.
Now, in the later games, you can actually determine background aesthetic area you walk on will change.
Yep.
But here, no. This is the internet. This is what you see. And even if you go to the undernet, this is the way it is. All bright and happy. And now, in later games, the it's serious business. It's actually very scary looking. But,
Wait, whose terminal is that? I know I've been to Miyu's exit before. I literally showed it off in an earlier episode as a bit of foreshadowing. I'm gonna start abusing my privileges as editor to get us through this. By that I mean liberal use of the speed up key.
that's made it happen. Which is a mediocre 3DS title. That was alright.
Wait, which
Not
one?
Maiden Heaven.
Oh, yeah. No, it was okay.
No, it was good. It was alright. Not, you know, Room Factory 6 or Room Factory 5, but, you know.
But it was alright.
You know, it definitely had a interesting battle mechanic. And
Yeah,
literally had someone yelling shit when they missed their attacks.
Not many games can say that.
True. But she doesn't just say it. She says it in German, and I'm like, I know what you're saying.
Teehee, teehee.
Armand!
Please, internet. Internet, why?
Don't you like the internet there, Snek?
I do not. This reminds me of the era of GeoCities and Angel Fires.
I'd say that's more or less about when this was.
Yeah, kind of in the tail end of that era, but nonetheless in that era.
See, it's funny, like, my little sister was complaining the other day, and she's like, I don't like chemistry. Chemistry's so lame. Like, and she, meanwhile, then she completely just, she pulls out her phone and starts looking at things, as you do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, you know, if it wasn't for chemistry, you wouldn't have that phone. But, you know.
I bet she appreciated that.
No, she gave me a look. You know. Sometimes I'm just too witty for my own good, you know? It's hard.
It's hard when you're living the nightmare.
Yeah, it is.
I know I'm close. Yes! At last! After 10,000 years, I have found it. MegaMan, you / Mew. Access point to the internet should be near.
You know, I'm just... Wait, does that mean that she's the admin from this area?
I guess. I hate viruses that jump. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. 1,000 poxes upon your mailman. I'm in the air. You can't hit me. But you're not even off the ground yet. You can't hit me because I'm tagged as airborne.
You okay, Snek?
Just cringing with disgust. Don't mind me. Oh yeah, I haven't encountered you guys in so long, I kinda forgot about your gimmick. Thankfully, it's a gimmick you can only do one time. Yeah, that'll work. If I set myself on fire, they can't grab me.
Think, boy, think. That's Dr. Ninja.
That's some classic internet right there. I think we're going back in time along with the game.
Nice.
Walls. I'm gonna feed that to Master's chip trader. Okay, now we have our shortcut back to this place if we ever need it. Spoiler alert, we pretty much won't. Not once we finish what we've come up to.
Go to the under.
In case I haven't made it already abundantly clear, there's more than one way to the Undernet. One of those ways is markedly more expeditious.
I don't think these guys ever made it back, the viruses.
They did, but only in certain games and in certain spots.
Yeah, I know Time Bomb will make it back, but...
Yep.
Ice Punch. Wait, is that the one you need in Battle Number 3?
You're thinking Ice Ball.
I just remember Ice and M.
But you're on the right track. So I've done that quest so many times, I know exactly how to always get it reliably. A little bit trigger happy, but it'll work. Of course, I have to use the snake chips. I mean, really.
Next.
Alright, number man.
So what relation do you have to Snek Man?
I don't think we have anything but a thematic connection. But I will enjoy visiting him, as his is kind of an interesting fight. There's an access point somewhere. That's the access to the Undernet. After using Higgsby's memo. The access route to the Undernet opened. Alright! Huh? What's wrong? It's a virus, and a big one. This could be bad. Only one thing to do now. Battle routine. Set. Execute. This one's a bit of a throwaway play, but eh.
Okay,
You guys are every bit as annoying as I remember you being. I'm glad nothing has changed. Alright, let's thin the herd a little bit, shall we? That is super annoying. Thankfully, I think this will hit him regardless. What? Okay. Snek mad. Ah, MegaMan wasn't lying when he said it was a big one. I made it into the Undernet. Looks like you got some mail. Man, the World 3 server is hidden deep down inside the Undernet. There are 3 locks, each a higher level than the last one, okay? Unfortunately, I don't have... Yeah, now he's going to Mr. Mackey. I don't have any way to open them. One of my old World 3 friends is at Scilab now. He regrets having worked for World 3, and he might help you. Hi. Who are you? You don't belong here. Better get out. Let's want to be deleted. Yeah,
Bro, DeviantArt OC's here. How tough are you? I found 1 million demons. And I also had to kill my own brother. Whoa. Well, alright, you're allowed to be here. You went a little bit, trigger happy there, Stick.
Indeed. Alright. Now we can focus on one target at a time rather than 2.
Bonk.
Yeah, he bonked me.
Are you
Can't
saying he pooped Snek?
Ah, he did. He booped the snoot. Gosh, hecking darn it.
Bagworms. They are a thing. They're not actually worms.
Yep. It's funny the game still thinks them high level enough to continue throwing them at me after getting done that huge, like, cannon stag beetle thing. Man, I can totally tell that this is where bad guys hang out. It's so dark and tough and scary.
Yeah, Metars. Metars are all of those things.
They're super spoopy. What's up? I want to see mustache. I would love to see your mustache. Figures your dad's the one that sold out. He's getting sarcastic with me.
Boost, what attribute? I'd like to boost the ability to
make enemies say ouch when I hit them really, really hard.
You want Hammer 3 then?
Ah, yes. I do like that chip. You know, I do have a special respect for Fireman. Not only is he probably the Navi of the coolest World 3 operative, he's also the most persistent.
You don't like Magic Man?
Magic Man shows up in one game. He doesn't come back.
No, I'm saying out of coolness.
He has a certain cool factor. He has that, like, whole Plague Doctor nose thing going on. It's got the spy versus spy look to him, but... I just dated myself again, didn't I?
Also, I don't remember that being Magic Man, but he was like a wizard.
Yeah, and he had like the World 3 jerks encoded this area. High-ranking World 3 dudes can get in. They think they're so bad. Entrance World 3 personnel only. I love the power glove. It's so bad.
All others, be gone!
Ta-da! Now you see where this area comes into play. Thanks, Al.
They're so bad.
Customer's getting more worried. You do something at World 3 fast. So you're saying you need to accelerate quickly. You must achieve maximum velocity instantaneously. Gotta go fast is where I'm going with this.
I know. I was just seeing how far you were going.
World 3 member, you must be joking. Higsby said what? I get the picture. Use this. It should clear things up. Many people like Higgs and myself quit World 3. 2 more locks to open to get to the server. Find 2 other members from those who quit World 3. But be strong enough to defeat World 3. Even with the members approaching the server before you're strong enough will just end up getting you in danger. In Den City, there are 2 more members, a young beautiful lady and an old man. So, thankfully, now that we've already encountered the first lock, the game just out and out tells us there's 2 more. Lucky for us, we kind of already seen one of them.
It's not that hard to determine who the other one is.
Nope. And also, he's not in Dentown area, he's in AC/DC Town. And we've been walking past him repeatedly throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, the game kind of throws you a curveball and one of these random NPCs.
You think that I'm an ex-member of the World 3, huh? Let's see that Navi you got there. No point in pretending to be senile anymore. Yes, I was a member at the beginning. I was Wiley's assistant. Yes, I know how to release her under that lock, but first there's one more ex-World 3 member you should see. You must save her. Young beauty she is. Save her is not really the right takeaway here. But we can get a very convenient hint in a very unexpected place. Even though we haven't been able to access it since Numberman's scenario, we can go to the server room where we fought him before. Me? A former member of World 3? You've got to be kidding. But I guess that I am young and beautiful. Just kidding, just kidding. Maybe I should go take a rest. Usually at this point, she'll mention having a twin sister who lives in Dentown. I don't know why she's not saying it. Let me aroma of fresh coffee. Ah. Lan has similar opinions as my good buddy Itaku.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I actually have to limit myself now.
Anyhow, she's supposed to say something about having a twin sister. But for some reason, she's not, and I don't know why. So we're gonna go to Dentown and just solve the puzzle the way I did it the first time, which was randomly guessing. Because this is still Battle Network 1, and why change what's working?
A very own guest star, Steve Martin.
One of these buildings wasn't accessible before, suddenly is, and I forget which one it is. So I basically just have to rub Lan's face on everything until I find the one that works.
Yes, Lan, rub your face on the grandma.
I don't feel comfortable with this. Too bad.
Isn't it her right there?
No.
I could have sworn that she actually wasn't.
Nope.
Well,
Total red herring if you go that direction.
oh, it's Miss Yuri?
Yes, it
Actually,
is.
Miss Yuri.
It is. We actually get to see Miss Yuri because the hint you're supposed to get is Miss Mari goes like, me, World 3, never. And then she's supposed to say, you know, did you know I actually have a twin sister who looks just like me? And that's kind of supposed to be your takeaway hint that it's the twin sister you're looking for. Which is supposed to send you to Dentown based on both that clue and the clue the old man tells you. He tells you to save her, but there's nothing to save her from. She is in literally no danger at all.
It's a metaphorical saving.
Sort of. In a way that she gets to atone for her past misdeeds, you could view it in that context as saving her. Here we go. Me, the next member of World 3? Ha! Let me see that nav of yours. Ha! I was waiting for a net battle like you to appear. I'm playing the fool to hide from World 3. Sure, I know how to undo some of the locks. Let me check your data library. Suppose that you're ready now. Here's how to open the lock. Lan got Yuri memo. I have faith you can stop World 3. Ha! Oops, looks like that's become a habit. She's not being sarcastic. She's just so used to being villainous that it's taken a toll on her. Now, what's actually happening here between Miss Yuri and the old man is the game is checking two major credentials. One is MegaMan's level, and the other is how many chips you've unlocked in your library. This is literally the only game in the series that forces this particular type of check. However, if you've been trying to get a bunch of HP ups and power ups and tried to get good chips as you've gone, there's literally no way you will arrive here unable to progress. Now, interesting factoid, if you put in the chip, the cheat code that gets you all chips, they'll just treat it like your library is 100% and allow you to progress. But if you use the cheat code that deliberately maxes out your library, the game thinks your library is empty and the game becomes unwinnable. Ooh, Dynamite 3. I'll take that power up, thank you kindly.
Dynamite!
I've powered up a lot of stuff in very short order. People have been telling me that I've become more cheerful. It's all thanks to Miss Yuri. Miss Yuri is teaching it, I'll study it. It's quiz time! It's quiz time! Time to see if you've been paying attention. Answer 5 of my questions and win a prize. Wanna try? Yeah, sure, what the heck. Question 1. How many light bulbs in the power plant network? You're a jerk for asking me something this obtuse, but I'm gonna play along. 18. Wow, that was just a blind guess. Question 2. What's the name of the navvy that took over the waterworks? Well, we know that. It's Iceman. Question 3. What do you always say when you jack in? It's transmit. Which of these chips does 80 damage to your opponent?
Smart!
Sward does, indeed. Question 5. Which of these chips increases your battle area? That is steel. Very good. Getting all my questions correct, here's your prize. Raton 1. Throughout each game, there are several characters that have strange side missions. The first game is probably the most, the least forthcoming with these types of quests. They get a bit more prevalent from 2 going forward. But Quizmasters will remain a thing in perpetuity.
Let's say in 2, don't you actually have to do additional side quests in order to raise your rank as a...
That you do. Only a few of them are mandatory, though. After, I think, A, you are pretty much free to just do them at your leisure. Think of the next member of World 3. Let's use your Navi. Blah, 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 blah. I guess you may be strong enough now. Here. That pause memo. Perhaps the one that'll stop the endgame will be you, Lan. Not a Silad net battler.
It'll be some kind of infinity war.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have to navigate Dentown one more time, because I'm using Miu's... What is wrong with me?